Alright, welcome back. I went ahead and created another pair of furnaces so we speed up this whole operation. And I've got 2 stacks of seared brick now and 16 glass. I think that'll be enough to at least get me started here. So I want to go ahead and make probably the most important block. It's a controller. So there's my controller. It automatically gives me a mining smelting book. I'll just set that aside for now. I need a drain that will allow me to get the metal that once it's turned into liquid, it'll allow me to get the metal out. I need to give a tank. That's not a tank. The tank is like this, I think. There we go. So tank. Then I'm actually going to do some windows. Let's see. Probably 4. There we go. That'll let's use up all the glass. Why not? There we go. And then the rest I'm just going to use seared bricks. We'll see how 18 does. Alright, so we need to do a 3x3 on the bottom. And then we're going to go and do one like this. Comes out one in each direction. I'm going to go ahead and drop a Smeltery controller and the tank. And then the drain. Like so. And then it's active. If you open up the inventory here and you've got some blocks on the left side, then you know you've done it right. This would be the absolute basic version of it. All you need to do is add some lava into the sear tank. But I'm going to go ahead and continue to build it up a little bit more. So I'm going to do another layer on top of the one that's existing there. I think it's 12 is when I need to go up a layer. So I'm going to go up a layer. I'm going to go ahead and break this, this, and this. Well, I might break this, and I'm going to replace these with glass. Okay, I'm going to put the faucet there. And then we're going to go ahead and build a table and a basin. Like that. And you can either have one or the other attached underneath the sear faucet. And then we're going to go ahead and put the lava in. The easiest way for me to put the lava in right now is just to pick it up, do it like so. These tanks only hold 4 buckets, so I'll be able to halfway empty this tank. I put that sear glass back on there, put that up like that, and I can empty that again. So we're set there. And we're going to go ahead and do the other portable tank. There we go. Now the lava is stored inside of these seared windows. I can even go as far as breaking these seared windows, which I think is what I'm going to do. And they still maintain the lava that's in them. So is that what I wanted to do? Yeah, that'll work, I guess. Whatever. I mean, you can play around with as many different configurations as you want. So now I'm going to go ahead and I've got the basin hooked up, so I'm going to be a little bit smart about how I put the ore into the smeltery, because for every ore you put in, you're going to get 2 buckets worth of liquid out. And each bucket, for each ore you put in, you're going to get 2 ingots worth of liquid out. And it takes 9 ingots worth of liquid to fill the casting bin. So I want to put them in the casting bin, or I want to put ore into this, to the smeltery, in stacks. Of 9, or in, you know, batches of 9 that are divisible by 9. So I can go ahead and put 18 iron in here, and what I'll get is 4 blocks worth of ore out, but they'll be in the form of blocks, which are 9 ingots. You'll get the hang of it. We put all the tinkery stuff in this chest over here. And I'm also do the books too. So this allows me to kind of bulk process ores. So rather than placing ore in a furnace and only getting 1 ingot per ore, we can place it in the smeltery and we get 2 ingots worth of liquid that we can turn into ingots or blocks. It doubles the output. So we put in 18, we got 36 ingots worth of liquid. So just come over here and right click the faucet. It'll go ahead and pour. Should be a single pour, and when that basin is full, there'll be a block in there which is worth 9 ingots. And then I'll have to do 4 pours, which will equal 36 ingots. And as soon as it's done, just right click to pull it out and rinse and repeat. It's a bit manual, which is kind of annoying, but it's not that hard to automate. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and automate it right now. I just needed the iron basically to automate it. Okay, so I'm going to need to make a pair of chests. And oh, I got to turn this into ingots. There we go. We need 1 more iron, but that will allow me to configure an output chest. So I'm going to go ahead and automate the output of this guy. I still have to manually start the pour, but there we go. And I could just keep mashing the pour button, seared faucet, and it'll keep sending iron into the chest. Let me go ahead and automate the pouring as well, because that can be a bit annoying. Let me go ahead and add a little bit more iron into this, and then I'll go ahead and really quickly make a redstone clock. So we need 4 cooked stone and a redstone torch. Alright, let me get a redstone, 4 of these guys out actually. 4 of these. 4 of these. Okay, 4 redstone torches. Oh, I only need 1 redstone torch. Oh well. I'm sure I'm going to need redstone torches in the future. Okay, 1 more stone. Okay. There we go. That's the redstone clock. What it does is it sends out a redstone pulse once a second. So it's going to go ahead and manually start pouring for me right away. And it'll do that as long as there's liquid inside the smeltery. So I can add another 18. If I drop this here, it'll stop the clock. Any redstone signal, a lever or redstone torch will stop the clock. Say I want the liquid to stay inside the smeltery because I want to make a mixed metal, then dropping a torch, a redstone torch or a lever right onto the redstone clock will turn off so it doesn't run the faucet. So next thing I'm going to do is, I'm not sure exactly what book it's in. It's not that one. It's this one. Nope. It's in the black one, I think. Yep. Okay, so I want to make aluminum brass, which is 3 aluminum and 1 copper. So I'll make quite a bit of it. I'll probably do is I'll use 6 aluminum blocks and 2 copper blocks. And that should make a fair amount of aluminum brass. What I'll want to do is keep an eye on the smeltery because I don't want it to actually pour the aluminum brass. So I have to keep an eye on that. Put the iron over here. I really can't do much with these little berries at the moment. I'm just going to move them over. You need the 9 and you have to cook them and do all sorts of silly stuff in order to make use of them. Okay, so I've got 2 more pours. It's starting one of them, and there's one more after that. Then we're going to go ahead and use the table. This guy right here, and I just need any old ingot. Doesn't matter what it is. I'll use an ingot of iron. So I'm just going to quickly pick up the clock. What's going on here? There we go. I don't know how that got swapped around. Okay, I can do 1 more pour, and then I'll swap the basin for the table. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and make a form. Come on. There we go. Break that. Drop down the table. And if you want to create a form, you have to put what you want the form to be of. And the easiest one for me to do right away is a ingot. So if I do a pour, it's going to create a new cast, sorry, not a form, of an ingot. So now I could put this back into the table after I take the ingot out. And then if I did a pour now, it would give me an ingot of aluminum brass. This is good when you don't want, when you don't have enough liquid for 9 to make a full block. You can do ingot-sized blocks or ingot-sized pours. But also we can use it to, we could use that method to make other tools. I'm going to put the casts in here, and then I'm going to do some more smelting. Oh, there we go. Alright, so I could, oh, laggy. Alright, so I'm gonna switch this back to the basin. Put the clock away for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and start making some tools. I actually want to make another mix. I don't know if I've got what I need for it though. I want to make aluminite, which is 5 aluminum, 2 iron, and 2 obsidian. I have that. That's good. So I'm going to make some aluminite. So I can adjust the order of the liquid just by left clicking on them. So now I can pour iron. So I want to basically put it in the same order it is in the book. 5 aluminum, 2 iron, 2 obsidian. Since we're using blocks, it'll double the entire batch. So just going to keep pouring out this iron while we wait for the smeltery to cook up the rest of this. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make some tools. First thing though, I'm going to need to upgrade the station. So this is the default station. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade it. Let's see, I think I need 4 blocks of iron. How much do we have now? We've got 12. Awesome. Okay. Let's see here. I need 3 seared bricks. I'm sure I have them. Awesome. And then we're going to go ahead and upgrade this guy. So now the difference between what he was and what he is now is I've got this top row of tools that I can work with. One of the things I'm interested in is the hammer and the lumber axe, the excavator, and these are slightly better. They're going to be able to mine in a 3x3, so I can fell trees in 3x3. Also, it'll go up to 30 blocks, I think, on a single tree. Then excavator does a 3x3 with dirt, and the hammer does a 3x3 with blocks. Scythe is good for clearing land and plants and grass and stuff. And I'm going to do a cleaver. This is going to require a lot of that aluminite. So just adjust the order again and do another pour. So I've got a little bit of aluminite there. I really need a lot more than that. So I'm going to double this up. So that should make another 12 aluminite. It's really not even enough then, but it'll be enough, I think, to make at least 1 tool. So which one do I make first? I'd really like to make the pickaxe first, just to get over the limitation of the stone one that can only mine iron. So I'm going to go ahead and make an aluminite pickaxe first. So what we need to do is we need to go to the pattern, and we need to make a pattern that we could put inside the casting table. Doesn't matter what you use to make this. You can use stone. So I'm going to do that, that, and that. These little shard. Oh, no. There we go. So now I basically have the materials to make another stone pickaxe, but what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to switch to the table. Come on. There we go. And then I'm going to go switch to the aluminum brass, and I'm going to cast each part in aluminum brass. Headpiece, pour. Pick that up. Stone binding. I'm going to go ahead and pour a binding. Okay, and then I'm going to do a rod. Okay, so I'm just going to throw these in here for now. Now pick these up. Now I can do a pour and make the inverse. So I can make a luminite head. And there we go. So now I have a luminite headpiece. I could do the whole thing in illuminite, but let me take a look at the book. I want the reinforced though, and that goes for the binding. I'm pretty sure the binding is what will pick up the reinforced. So I'll do the binding in obsidian, and I'll do the rod in illuminite. Okay, and then swap this over. I really didn't need that much obsidian, but that's fine. Just a quick pour there. Actually, no, that takes 8. I only got 3 left now. Okay, so let me go ahead and put the tool together. You can see how the tool comes together. I'm just going to click the axe, luminite head, luminite shaft, and obsidian binding. Okay, so it's going to get reinforced 3, and it's going to have 714 durability. Once the durability is low, then I'll have to repair it using aluminite ingots, which I'll have to pour later. It has a mining level of cobalt, so you can mine just about everything in the game. Yeah, everything in the game. It's not super duper fast or anything, but we can make it mine faster. We can also give it a lot of other abilities. But for now, I've got a pretty cool pickaxe. I'm going to do somewhat similar for the sword. I'm going to do aluminite for the blade. I'm going to do at least 1 cactus tough rod, and then I'm going to do an obsidian plate. And that'll give me reinforced and jagged. And I might even have the second rod be a paper rod, which will give me extra add-on I can add to it, extra enchantment. So that's what I've done so far. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come back when I'm ready to go ahead and drop the turtle down and have it do some mining for me.